Hi everyone, I'm Lewis and welcome to Lewis's Football Mind. Today's video I'm going to be predicting the Matchday 2 fixtures in the Premier League. So let's get started with Nottingham Forest vs Sheffield United. Friday night, 7:45 kick-off. My prediction is 3-2 to Nottingham Forest. Last time these two met was the Championship Playoff semi-final second leg. Sheffield United won 2-1 in regular time, but Nottingham Forest advanced to the final winning 3-2 on penalties. So I think this is going to be a really good game. I think Nottingham Forest do have a better attack, which could help them win this game. And also their home record is very, very good. Last season, they gained 38 points overall in the Premier League, home and away. 8 of those points were away, but 30 of those points were home. So if they want to stay in the division this year, the away record has to improve, but also the home form has to be just as good. So I thought the home form last year was really good. They beat the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool there and held champions Manchester City to draw. Last time out, these two both lost. Sheffield United lost 1-0 to Crystal Palace at home, and Nottingham Forest lost 2-1 away to Arsenal. So yeah, both teams will want to kickstart their season with a win, but it'll be a tough game, really tight, and I think Nottingham Forest will just about win 3-2. So next up at Craven Cottage we go. Fulham versus Brentford. Both teams had really good seasons last year. My prediction is 1-1. Last time these two met was in March. Brentford won 3-2 at the GTEC Community Stadium, but earlier last season at Craven Cottage, Fulham won 3-2. So quite even teams in my opinion. Fulham won 8 out of 19 home games last year, so pretty good home record. They want to keep that the same this season and even improve it if they want to keep pushing up the table. But Brentford won 5 away games last year. For a team who finished where they were last year, I thought that's quite poor. So if they want to push again for UEFA Conference League place, that'll have to improve. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. On the opening day, Fulham won 1-0 away to Everton, while Brentford held Spurs to a 2-2 draw in Ange Postecoglou's first game for Tottenham. So yeah, I think these two teams are ones to look for this year. But in this game, I think it'll be a tight game, and my prediction is 1-1. So next up is Liverpool versus Bournemouth at Anfield. My prediction is Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1. I think Bournemouth have definitely improved under the new manager, Andoni Iraola. I think it was harsh. Gary O'Neill got sacked, but it's good to see him back at Wolves, who we'll talk about later. Andy Iraola was at Rayo Vallecano for 3 years, got them promoted to La Liga. So yeah, he's a good manager. I think he'll do well for Bournemouth this year, and they've made some very, very clever signings. But I think Liverpool will come out on top 3-1. I've said that because I think Liverpool have a very, very good home record. Just lost one home game last season. That was only to relegated Leeds United. Somerville scored very late on that game. So yeah, I think Liverpool are always a threat at home. And 3-1 is my prediction. On the opening day, Liverpool drew 1-1 away at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea. And Bournemouth drew 1-1 to West Ham. So I want to talk about Liverpool's new signing, who's doing medical right now at Melwood, is Wataru Endo, 30 years old. He is Stuttgart and Japan national team captain. Performed very, very well in the World Cup. He's a great leader, and it's going to cost around £21 million. So I think that's a really good bargain. Hopefully it's not the last signing for Liverpool, but it's a very, very good signing. And yeah, I think it's a good signing. So my prediction is 3-1. So next up is Luton versus Burnley. I can't say anything because it is postponed due to Kenilworth Road going under refurbishment. So this fixture will be rescheduled at a later date. Next up was Wolves versus Brighton. My prediction is Wolves 1, Brighton 2. What can I say about Wolves? They're struggling to score. 23 shots at Old Trafford, and they just couldn't score. And it's very frustrating, especially seeing Manchester United get a lucky win like that. But Wolves will look at that game. Gary O'Neill, very good manager, did very well at Bournemouth last year. Should have been nominated for manager this season. I think he did a fantastic job and shouldn't have been sacked. But new start for him at Wolves. I think he's got a very, very hard job. Wolves can't really spend much due to FFP, so he has to stick with the squad he's got for now. So yeah, Wolves only scored 31 goals last season. That was the least amount in the division. Even Southampton, who were rock bottom last year, scored more goals for 36. So that's a worrying stuff for Wolves, and if that doesn't improve this year, they're going to be right down there. And if they don't start scoring, they just won't stay in the division. It's as simple as that. So I've said 2-1. I think Brighton played really well last time against Luton Town, 4-1 winners. So yeah, I think Brighton will win again. Just about 2-1. Last season, Brighton smashed Wolves 6-0 at the MX, and they won 3-2 at Molyneux. So yeah, Brighton did the double over Wolves last year, and I think they will start 2-1 winners. So next is a 5:30 kickoff. Spurs versus Manchester United. This is going to be a tight game. Ange Postecoglou's first home game as Tottenham manager. Eric Ten Hag's first away game of the season. So I think it's going to be a really tight game. I went bold here. I went bold, and I'm going 2-1 Tottenham. I think Ange Postecoglou is a very, very good manager. I think the Spurs squad isn't great. I think losing Harry Kane is a massive, massive blow. I think Tottenham will struggle this season because Harry Kane did so much more than score goals. He built a play, he created passes, created attacks, and obviously he scored a lot of goals for Tottenham. So I think they'll miss that this year. But I think Ange Postecoglou needs time. But anyway, last year it was 2-2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and 2-0 to Manchester United at Old Trafford. So yeah, Spurs drew 2-2 on the opening day away at the GTEC Community Stadium against Brentford, and Manchester United just about won against Wolves 1-0. So yeah, okay starts by both. Manchester United will be delighted to win another clean sheet, especially for new keeper Andre Onana. Tottenham will take a point against a very difficult opposition. So my prediction is being bold, 2-1 Tottenham. So next up is Manchester City versus Newcastle. Last time out, Newcastle thrashed Aston Villa 5-1 in a statement display from Newcastle. I thought they did very, very well. Manchester City won the opening game of the season 3-0 away to Burnley at Turf Moor. I think this game's going to be really tight. Manchester City won the Super Cup last night against Sevilla on penalties, so I don't know how Pep's squad will do, especially with not a lot of rest, especially with the game being in Greece and going into the early hours of the morning. So yeah, I think I don't know if it will affect them, but I think one thing will affect them is Kevin De Bruyne's injury until 2024. So again, we wish him a speedy recovery. So yeah, I think both teams are going to have really good seasons. I think Newcastle could definitely get top four again. I think Manchester City look like they're going to win the Premier League again, but we don't know that yet. So I've went for high game. I think Manchester City will just edge 2-1. Last season, Manchester City won 2-0 at the Etihad, but 3-3 it was at St James's Park. Kieran Trippier scored a very, very good free kick that game. So yeah, very tight game. My prediction is Manchester City 2, Newcastle United 1. So on Sunday we go Aston Villa. They were terrible against Newcastle. Moussa Diaby did very well, but after Tyrone Mings came off injured, they were a mess. The high line just didn't work, and Newcastle exploited that. But anyway, I think they'll react to that. Unai Emery will be very cross, but I think Aston Villa will wake up, and I think they'll win this game 3-0. Everton were very unlucky not to score against Fulham. They should have scored. Neil Maupay missed several chances, but shouldn't have received the abuse he did. I think it was horrible abuse he received, and we shouldn't see it in football at all. So Aston Villa, I think they will come back 3-0 after that defeat. I think Everton will struggle this season, especially scoring goals. That's why I think they'll be down there unless there's sign another experienced striker who won't get injured. So last season it was 2-0 Villa at Goodison Park, and Villa won 2-1 at home last year. So yeah, they did the double over Everton this year. So my prediction is Aston Villa 3, Everton 0. On to the Super Sunday 4:30 kickoff. West Ham versus Chelsea. Chelsea drew last time out to Liverpool 1-1. West Ham drew to Bournemouth 1-1. So yeah, both teams drawn. I think pretty fair results. I think Chelsea were better than Liverpool last weekend, but yeah, you could tell both teams missed the number 6. But Chelsea steal 2 from Liverpool, and yeah, this is sad to say. Moses Caicedo and Romeo Lavia are Chelsea players. Lavia has just recently completed his medical in the last few hours. And so it's really sad to see as a Liverpool fan, especially we could have gotten for £50 million, but Chelsea signed for 58. And then obviously Caicedo, British record for 115 million. So Chelsea have a very, very good midfield this season, and I think they will win this game 1-1. Last season it was a 1-1 draw at London Stadium. Looney, Joao Felix scores. Who is not at the club anymore. He's back at Atletico Madrid, and it was 2-1 at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea. So quite tight games last year. I think Chelsea will just come out on top 1-0. On to Monday Night Football. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. This fixture I was at last year. It was 2-0 Arsenal. It opened the Premier League 22-23 season last year. Yeah, Arsenal came out 2-0. It was a very good game, and it was very good to be there at Selhurst Park. But my prediction is 4-1 to Arsenal. I think Arsenal this year are going to be a massive threat again, if they can keep everyone fit, which they haven't already. Sadly, Julian Timber has an ACL injury and will be out for pretty much all season. So we wish the new signing Julian Timber all the best on his way to recovery. So yeah, Arsenal big blow. I think they're going back into the market if they can sell a few players. So yeah, it's a big blow for Arsenal. And I've went 4-1. I think Crystal Palace, they will struggle this year, but Elise has just signed a new 4-year contract. Crystal Palace owner has just confirmed. Even though Chelsea activated the £35 million release clause, he has signed a new deal, which I think is the right decision. I think he's so young, he's got so much potential. I think it's a really smart move to stay at Crystal Palace for him. But I think they will struggle this game. Opening day, Crystal Palace won 1-0 Sheffield United. Also won 2-1 at home at Forest. So both teams starting on the right foot. Arsenal last year won 4-1 at the Emirates against Palace, and obviously the game I was at, Arsenal won 2-0. So my prediction is 4-1. So that is the video complete. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to react to players going to Saudi Arabia. So I'm going to do analysing on all the top players and see if it was the right move for them to go to Saudi Arabia. So please comment down below any video suggestions or message me on Instagram, which is Lewis.Hillis89. I'm happy to do any suggestions you guys would like to see. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.